Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge and welcome to Subscriber Lunch Sunday. Today I'm going to be making some really delicious sandwiches with some really fun characters. I love making fun lunches for my kids and I love inspiring others to make fun lunches too. If you'd like to send in your lunch idea, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and then follow the link in the description box below to send in your lunch idea. And now let's get on to the lunches. First up, I have a lunch idea sent in by Madison. She is 14 years old and is from New Jersey. And as you can probably guess, for Madison's lunch, I've pulled out all of my Peppa Pig accessories and decorations because that's what Madison requested. My first step for Madison's lunch is to create an awesome sandwich. Now, basically, I'm going to be building a BLT. So I have my bread with mayo, lettuce, bacon of course, a few slices of tomato, seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper. Next, I'm adding one more piece of bread. This one gets mayo too. And now this looks pretty good, just like it is, but I'm not quite done yet. For Madison's lunch today, I'm going to be making a triple-decker BLT. So that means that on top of this bread, I'm also going to be adding a little bit of mayo. And then I'm going to repeat the process. So a little bit of lettuce, followed by some bacon, followed by another layer of tomatoes, with seasoning of course. And then I'm going to top it all off with one more piece of bread that I've spread with mayonnaise. Check it out, you guys. This sandwich turned out a little bit bigger than I had envisioned. I definitely think that this sandwich could feed Madison and probably her friends as well. Now to get this to fit into the lunchbox, I'm going to start by cutting it in half. Check out all those layers, you guys. It kind of looks like a club sandwich. Then I'm actually going to cut this one more time into quarters, and then I can add it into the lunchbox. Now that our sandwich is done, it's time to move on to the fruit. For Madison's lunch today, she requested cotton candy grapes. Now at my store, they didn't have cotton candy specific grapes, but they did have these carnival grapes that are basically the same thing. So I'm adding a bunch of these grapes into this front section. Now moving on to this back section, Madison also requested some tomatoes for her lunch. But instead of just adding regular tomatoes, I thought it'd be really fun to use this medley of tomatoes. So if you look closely here, you'll see there's several different sizes and shapes and colors of tomatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just a few of each of these into Madison's lunchbox. These almost look like little jewels. I'll go ahead and add a pink food pick in here as well. And then it's time to move on to the snack. In this back section here, I'm going to be adding some potato chips. And I thought it would be really fun to put in these bacon-flavored Pringles. Now, apparently these are a limited time only snack, and I've only ever seen these at a store called Dollar General. I just think bacon is a really fun choice to go along with a BLT. Next up, I'm going to be adding Madison's treat. She requested cookies. And I know these don't necessarily look like cookies, but you guys, they totally are. These are miniature Chips Ahoy cookies, but even though they are so small, they really just taste like a regular chocolate chip cookie. I'm going to use this Peppa Pig snack holder. Whoops. Now I can go ahead and pop that lid back on there. And then finally, I'm also going to be adding in a drink. For her lunch, Madison requested a juice, so I decided to go with good old apple juice. And of course, I had to pick the Peppa Pig topper for this. And there you have it, guys. That is everything that Madison chose for her lunch today. Next up, I'm going to be making Selbys Lunch, and Sylvie is from New Hampshire. For Selbys Lunch today, I'm going with a lot of pastel colors. Now for Sylvie's main course, I'm going to be trying to make something I've never made before. It's called cucumber sushi, but actually you guys, this doesn't involve any raw fish at all. To make this cucumber sushi, the first thing I'm going to do is cut this cucumber into thirds. But I'm not actually going to be using the middle part. I'll go ahead and save that for another lunch. And you guys, as you can see, I didn't chop off the ends of the cucumbers. For right now, I'm leaving them on there. Now, the next thing I'm going to need to do is hollow out these pieces of cucumbers. And for this, I'm using an apple corer. If you don't have one of these, you could probably use a paring knife and a spoon. But the apple corer definitely makes this a lot easier. Now pretty much I'm using the apple core to cut the inside of the cucumber, but then to get that cucumber out, I actually found that it was a lot easier to use the back of a spoon for this part. So now that I have two pretty much hollow pieces of cucumber, it's time to start stuffing them. So the first thing I'm going to add in here is some cooked rice. This is cooled down a little bit, so it's not very hot. And basically, I'm going to try to put as much rice in here as I can. And then using a small spatula, I'm going to try to pack that rice down as tightly as I can onto one side of the cucumber, just like this. So as you can see, I still have plenty of room to add other things into my cucumber. Now there's actually a lot of different options when it comes to filling the cucumber. You could add slices of bell pepper, you could add cheese, you could even add some slices of avocado. That would be really good. But for today, I'm going to be adding in some carrots. For this, I'm starting with a whole carrot and basically just going to cut it up into sticks. Then I'm taking these carrot sticks and I'm shoving them down inside the cucumber, and I'm going to try to add in as many as I can so that they're packed nice and tight in there. That way when I cut the cucumber, the stuffing inside shouldn't fall out. Okay guys, now these are looking really good, but now it's time to give it a test. But as you can see, this actually did work. The rice and the carrots are definitely staying inside the cucumber, and it really does look like sushi. I think these turned out pretty awesome. Now to go along with these cucumber sushi rolls, I'm also going to be throwing in a little container of sesame sauce. This is going to go so well with that rice and the cucumbers. So now that the main course is done, it's time to move on to some fruit. For Selbys Lunch, I'm adding a combination of mangoes and blueberries. And then since there's so many veggies in the main course, I'm actually not going to be adding any more into here, but instead I'm adding a sweet treat. For Selbys Lunch today, she requested chocolate-covered pomegranates. So I'll go ahead and put some right into here. And for Selbys snack today, I'm adding in this Nutella to go. And for her drink, she requested fruit punch. And there you have it, guys. Now let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried making cucumber sushi. This next lunch idea was sent in by Carly. She is from West Virginia, and I actually got to meet Carly at Disney World a couple weeks back, so that was super nice. Now for Carly's lunch today, I'm going with a soccer theme. I know Carly loves soccer. And for her lunch today, I'm starting with a sandwich. For this, I'm actually going to be using some white bread, but before I start filling the sandwich, I actually want to cut out the bread first. I am going to try my best, you guys, to make this sandwich kind of look like a soccer ball. So now to my bread, I'm going to add a little bit of mayo on both sides. Next, I'm adding a slice of bologna, followed by a slice of American cheese. This is like the classic combination, you guys. And then before I close up this sandwich, I'm also going to be adding in a little bit of mustard. Then I can go ahead and close up this happy little sandwich. Now to decorate the top of this sandwich, I'm just going to cut out some different shapes that kind of look like a soccer ball. Yeah, definitely just the idea of a soccer ball. So now that I have the sandwich in the box, it's time to move on to the fruit. For Carly's lunch today, I'm adding a combination of mango chunks and strawberries. Now to these, of course, I'm going to be adding my little soccer pick right in there. That's perfect for today's lunch. And then in this back section, I'm adding two different kinds of veggies. First, I'm adding some cucumber. And I did go ahead and cut these with my crinkle cutter. That way they kind of look like French fries. And then to go along with these, I'm also adding in some carrot sticks. Now in this separate little container, I'm also going to throw in some ranch. I know that Carly is a huge fan of dipping her carrots and cucumbers in ranch. And then next to the ranch, I'm also going to be throwing in Carly's snack. Now she requested fig Newtons. And if you're not familiar with fig Newtons, they're kind of like a cookie. They're very soft and chewy, and there's a sweet fig filling in the center. Now moving on to Carly's treat. In half the container, I went ahead and added some chopped up strawberries. And in this other section, I'm going to be adding some whipped cream. But not just regular whipped cream. For her lunch today, Carly requested chocolate whipped cream. Now, I've never actually bought this before or even tried it, but it sounds really good. I ended up finding this stuff at Walmart, and right next to the chocolate flavor, they also had a Reese's flavor, so I bet that one is really good too. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried either one of those. You guys, this kind of looks like the gray stuff from Beauty and the Beast. And then to complete Carlys Lunch, I'm also going to be adding in some lemonade. And there you have it. I think Carlys Lunch turned out awesome. And now that brings us to Amanda's lunch. She is 16 years old and is from the US. Now for her lunch today, I'm going with a Monsters, Inc. theme. Now if you've never seen the Monsters, Inc. movie before, you definitely should check it out. It is so cute. And the main characters are Mike Wazowski, that's the green guy, and the other monster's name is Sully, which is Amanda's favorite. Now for Amanda's lunch, I think I'll start with the main course first. The first thing I'm going to do is use my egg slicer. I'm going to go ahead and chop up 2 hard-boiled eggs. I like to set the egg in my egg slicer and chop it going one direction. Then I'll actually pick up that egg, turn it the other direction, and cut it one more time. That way I'm left with nice little pieces of egg for this egg salad. Next, I'm going to be adding a little bit of mayo, followed by some salt and some pepper. And then I'm not quite sure how Amanda likes her egg salad. I know there's lots of different ways to make egg salad, but I went ahead and just added a little bit of mustard as well, and then I mashed and mixed it all up. Now to build this sandwich, I'm going to start with 2 pieces of wheat bread, and then I'm going to cut this bread into egg shapes. Next, I'm going to fill the sandwich with that delicious egg salad mixture. And then of course, this would be awesome just as is, but I have a few more things I want to add. On the top of the sandwich, I'm going to decorate it with 1 big slice of egg. Then I'm going to take 2 little pieces of crust. This came from the bread that I cut out. I saved that. And I'm going to stick it right into the sides of the sandwich. Next, on top of the egg slice, I'm adding a slice of olive. And then for the little mouth, I'm using a sugar snap pea pod that I've cut in half. So check it out, you guys. This is my version of a Mike Wazowski sandwich. I think it turned out really cute. Now to go along with this, I'm also adding in some pineapple. I know that Amanda loves pineapple, and I don't actually have any Monsters, Inc. food picks, so instead I'll go ahead and add this little pineapple topper. I think that works really well with pineapple chunks, of course. And then in this back section, I'm going to be adding lots of sugar snap peas. To go along with these peas, I'm also throwing in a container of ranch for dipping. And then for Amanda's sweet treat, something really special. She requested jelly beans, but specifically she asked for the Dr. Pepper flavored ones. So this bag actually has 40 different flavors in there, and I know that there's Dr. Pepper ones in there, so I'm going to try to pick those out, as many as I can. Now guys, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite flavor of jelly bean is. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the buttered popcorn flavor. I know that sounds really weird, but it's actually really good. Definitely my favorite. And then you guys, the very last thing I'm adding into Amanda's lunch is some Country Time pink lemonade. And I did go ahead and recycle this Good to Go bottle with the Sully topper on top. Okay guys, now let me know in the comments down below, out of all of the lunches I made this week, which one was your favorite? Now if you'd like to check out the lunches I make for my kids to take to school, you can click on the link right here. And if you're looking for some easy dinner ideas, you can click on the link right there. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.